Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, my s10 shopping garage. I am Mike. How's everyone doing on this biggest shopping day of the year, Black Friday? Hope everyone had a safe, blessed Thanksgiving. And thanks to all of my subscribers, it's heartfelt. And you can go to Google and type in at Maniacal S10. Space between Maniacal and S10, and my channel will pop up. Go directly to YouTube and type in Maniacal S10 or at Maniacal space S10, and I'll pop up, upload, and you've got all my videos. Now, the video I did yesterday on my 08G6 GT35, the antifreeze leak is fixed, and the antifreeze filter, all's going good. So we're going to do almost the same thing to my 010 Aveo. We're going to do the antifreeze filter, fuel filter. I'm going to get this turned around because it's the same filter. I bought two of them to do this, so give me just a second. Okay, I pre-prepped some of this just to get an idea where I'm going to put it. It'll be going from the thermostat housing, but technically right here is the thermostat. I'm going to go from here and with the line, hose, and go for it like so. And see how this works. Trial and error, research and development, test and tune. But so far, so good. I'm going to use the heat gun today. And I'm more than likely going to use the clamp tight, as you can see there. And in the hopefully near future, it stays warm enough or long enough, I'll be doing this so we can see in the cylinders on my old 10, see how they really look. And of course, there's the filter I'm using, same as on a Pontiac. Apologize about the background noise. There's people mowing. If I can't see him, you might be able to hear it, but then again, there's the traffic, so bear with me, please. So I'm going to hopefully get you to see all of what I'm doing here, the best that I can, and see how this turns out. So give me a second. And as this video goes along, you'll probably see the person mowing grass. You might be able to hear the lawnmower. So let me get this up a little closer so you can see, hopefully, all of what I'm doing if I don't get in the way. Okay, now, and for tighter spots, I'm going to be using the manual stainless steel hose clamps. 5/16 to 3/8. No, I'm sorry, 5/16 to 5/8. Sorry about that. I think I will be able to do away with the elbows that I had in the system. And I'm using the 3/8 line I wasn't going to use yesterday, so I've used that today. All right, now then, and of course, the heat gun. See how that works. Oh yeah, that did the trick. Okay, now then, give me just a second. Had to get my wire cutters. I'm not going to disconnect the battery because we're not doing anything with the electrical. We're going to try the little one this time. Try to keep all this in focus for you, or at least in the camera frame. Everything's straight and lined up here. Sometimes it's not all so easy. Alright, hold on a second. And to this tool, once I get it in the frame here, there it is. Just tension a pin or roll pin, you can modify it by tapping it in some to one side. It don't hurt the tool any. And as you can see now, where I've adjusted it, see what we can do here. It's going to be a tight one. I may have to use one of the manual ones. Double loop it or wrap it. Alright. Hope you're still able to see all this. Alright. Now then, see what we got here. Turn it, okay. Hold on a minute. Good. There we go. Not doing bad. Okay. Hold on just a sec. Okay. Now you can see what I did to the tool, what I did, and what I did. And it's doing really good. And I'm expecting this. I gotta turn my filter around. I just spotted that. So we gotta reverse this. Not a problem. No harm done. It's an easy change around. And I'm expecting this to catch whatever might be left in the cooling system from when the external oil cooler malfunctioned on me a while back. I did a video on it. So give me a sec. Okay, now then, okie doke, that's where that's got to go. Nope, you know something? I did it right. I was looking at it backwards when I had you on a close-up. It's all right. No harm, no foul. All's good. Turn this way. And I see the reason why it looks backwards. Turn this way. It's going the right direction. We're good. It'll be safe and sorry. We're tight. Flip it. All right. Now then, fold them down, and we've got it. Okay, now onto the reservoir or the surge tank. Yep, now time to heat it up again. It's a beautiful 55 degrees out here. Not often we get this kind of weather in November. Especially this late in the year or the month. Now let's see what I can do. Oh yeah, so far so good. Yep, a little bit warmer. Cooled off when we go quick there too. So, see what I can do here. Reinforced line so you can't stretch it too far. But it makes it a little bit more easier to work with. Yeah. 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 That should do it. Okay. Now, I don't know if you can see this good enough, so give me a sec. Okay, now you see the whole setup. I put the blue rag down there so you can see color difference, so you can see what's going on. Get my hand out of the way again. And now you see the setup. Arrows facing the right direction. And if it's not, then we know that the coolant comes from this direction, driver's side, which is this hose. That's the overflow. Comes in and goes out that direction, or it comes in this direction and goes out at this direction. So we shall find out, because honestly, right now on that one, I don't know. But I think this side comes from the radiator. As a matter of fact, now that was, yeah, this is coming from the radiator, that I do know, and this is coming from the block. So we shall see which direction it's going to go. But this is going to be a tight area, so I'm going to try the grip tight, clamp tight again, and see how this works. Yeah, I can't want to call it grip tight. It grips it, but it also clamps it tight. So I believe either way you call it, it'll work, but the name of the tool, quote unquote, is clamp tight. I've done prior videos on this. I'm also doing a smaller gauge wire. Yeah, make sure you get these wires out of the way. Whoops, out of the way, because it can hurt a foot. It's like a hypodermic. It'll stick in your skin super easy. It can also probably cause you a flat, so be careful. Safety first. All right. Okay. Hope I didn't cut that wire too short. All right, let's see how good we've done it. Oh, we need the other end too. So, okay. So far, so good. They will take an elbow out. Yay. Another project, another time. Take this blue rag out, wipe off any excess. Let's get this. In here, see? I can hook this thing up. Actually, I pretty much put it back the way it was. Let's see. So far, so good. Oh, I know I can't sing. All right. This is about the tightest I believe the area that I can get in with this short one. I'm about to do this left-handed. This will be a first. Wish me luck doing it left-handed. Almost got to be a fingered contortionist to do this right here. Wow. That's all looking good. There we go. Good and tight. Up. Oh, this is tight. Wow. All right. And yeah, that was tight. I cut them off a little short. Oh, by the way, these those short scrap ends, you can use these to clean out a torch tip or your MIG tip. They're not completely rock solid clogged up. These will work at getting these cleaned out. Okay. Fold it, fold it. Too bad. Not bad at all. Okay. And this one. Looking good. Okay. Looks like we're done with the heat gun. Alright, that looks good right where it's at. We should be good to go. And, alright, give me a second. Okay, we're gonna get ready to start her up. As I said, distilled water. And of this, it's 50-50 mix. Now I know I had it backwards. Distilled water and this orange cap. I know it reads do not add water, but if you do like I do at times, that's your DJ antifreeze tester, because you've either got to drain some out or add either antifreeze or distilled water to bring it to the boiling or freezing point that you want it. This is overall good by itself. It's expensive now, $22 a gallon. This is, I think, $1 or $1.25 a gallon. I bought it a while back when it was 89 cents a gallon, so I know it's gone up by now. And this is the way I do it. This activates this. These two work together. But as it reads, 50-50, pre-diluted, do not add water. But I do to change the point of freezing or boiling to what I want. But you got to keep testing it to get it to where you want it. And if it's where it's supposed to be at, that's all you need. But this is the way I do it. Okay, here's the video of this now. There we are. All looking good so far. So let's see if we got any leaks, which there shouldn't be. The less connections, the better. Try to keep the glare out of here. You're going to see what I can't see up front till I get out here. And we're right now at 22 minutes into this. You saw that or not, I hope you did. That filled up, that filtered real quick, so hold on just a second. So obviously, apparently, and you can see it bubbling in there, that's the flow direction that it goes. From the block, this direction, in, and then out. So in, out. And actually, a bit of a arrow does point out, so that's indicating it's going out. I'll let her warm up, see how she does. But no leaks. Yay. That's what we want. And if you could possibly see the level in here, it's going to be a bit difficult. Strain your eyes a bit, you can see a little bit right there what it is, but that's about all the light I can get you, I think. Give me a second. Now, I've not added any water yet. Now you can see, so can I, a lot better. Now we're not blind going into this. Now we can see the level. It's all looking good. Let's keep an eye on it. I haven't figured out the process system on the cap yet, because I know this pressurizes it 15 pounds PSI, and it oozes out when it needs to. Right here, it goes out that channel to, and out through these little duct works to dispose the smell of the antifreeze or the boil over, which that we don't want. But I'm not sure how this works. There's a spring under that, there's a spring under this, but I'm not sure exactly how this works. Someday I hope to learn that. We're 25 minutes into this. Let's shed some light here. Good so far. It's going to take a while. And this is already warm. It's coming right out of the motor. You might be able to see, like, oh, it's steady enough and focus. I need the right on there to overflow, not carb, but we know what it's for now. Replace this or change it as necessary. I wouldn't worry about adding the antifreeze to it. But the oil filters, yes I do. You can pre-soak it in antifreeze, but it's going to be a tedious job. And I did on this one, as you can see earlier in this video. But you can get by X amount of time, short time that is, for the antifreeze versus the oil. Okay, any change here because it's going to take a while for this to open up. Very good. Put that over here. Let's put this back on. Now the thermometer I used in a prior video, you have to put that in the antifreeze. You can't check it on the hose. I tried that. It does not work. It has to be in the liquid. It's going to take a while for this to warm up. Let's take a look. It's barely starting to move. So let's keep an eye on this. Now see, as it's cold weather, when I get ready to start her up and before I put it in gear and take off, the temp is reading okay, you can see the needle starting to move now. When I see a marginal gap between the needle and the cold mark, I put it in gear and ease on out. If it's super cold, I will wait till it gets up to the first mark, which would be, I'm going to guesstimate it at 100 degrees, 110, then I'll take off. But if it's 30 degrees or just below freezing or 30 degrees or warmer, as soon as I see that needle budging off that cold mark, I put it in gear and ease on out to wherever I'm going to go. So far, so good. Let's give her a little gas and see, speed this up just a wee bit. I'm also going to do a hopefully soon video on the oil sending unit for this car, my old 10 Aveo, and use the oil sensor and hook up a oil pressure gauge, because basically when the lights come on down here in this area, like for the alternator, the oil change is okay, oil change. When it comes on, it's time to change oil or before, depending on how many miles, how quick you drive. Not speed wise, and how quick you get to the mileage that you're feeling it needs an oil change. When those lights come on, other than the oil change light, you're already in trouble. Now the engine check light, you just need to get it checked as soon as possible. The oil change light, as soon as possible. But the oil canister light comes on, you're already in trouble. Seriously, you're in trouble. Alternator light, shut everything off that you can afford to shut off, and get to the nearest service station or call a tow service and take it to a garage or shop to get it checked and worked on. That's what we called back in the day idiot lights, and it's self-explanatory. Now let's go take a look outside. Here in Ohio, take a look at this sky for November on Black Friday, the biggest shopping day of the year. And watch out, sun might blind you. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. And mid-50s. I'm loving this. Easy on the heat bill too. Bit warmer, and it's all doing good. No pressure down here on the upper hose. Heater hose, we've got some warmth. Bottom hose over here, wee warm. But this is the warmest. It should be. It's coming right out of the block. Pretty much stationary. The thermostat hasn't opened up, so it's not going to do a whole lot of anything except be there and warm up so you can get heat. And what you see in the filter is it's not flowing through very little, if it is. So it's almost like a two-way valve. And for down here, there we go. There's a thermostat house. I did a very early video on this, and this is the thermostat. It's all one piece for this. You can't buy just a thermostat to put it in this housing and then bolt it all together. The thermostat is made into this piece, this aluminum housing, and this bolts onto that. All this goes to 80 inch-pounds. But this allows it to trickle a little bit, and it helps this warm up a lot quicker. Oh, by the way, for as cold as it's been here in Ohio, the bypass on the throttle that I took off, deleted to bypass the heating system, which this hose would go to warm up the air going into the motor. So far, it's worked great without it. Let's go check the temp. Well, back up a minute. As I said, this is coming in, this is going out, and it's still ice cold. It's also an indicator it's not circulating. Let's see what we got here. Of course, temp gauge. Oh, and by the way, with 163,185 on the clock, still with the OEM clutch. I know eventually the clutch will give way. Just I don't know when now, but I want to get the clutch kit and be prepared for when it decides to go. I can just pull the motor and do this, because actually I'm going to turn this around onto me for right now. I was channel surfing on YouTube and watched the guy explain, and what he found out on his information, that to do a clutch job swap out on an Aveo like mine, it's a 17-hour job, and you have to drop the cradle, subframe, whatever they want to call it now. We called it a subframe back in my time and day. Cradle, drop that, then support everything, and then get the transmission out and swap everything out and reverse process. Have to drop a frame to get to the clutch. Well, I'm going to just pull the motor out. I don't feel like having to readjust the frame or anything to do this. There's the bolt on the driver's side, or there's only one control arm, the lower one. The one toward the front of the motor, or front of the car, that lacks about what I could see and what they explained on YouTube, is ½ inch to 1 inch too far forward at an angle to the inside of the motor compartment for the transmission to clear that just to pull the transmission out and down, support the motor, and go ahead and do a clutch kit swap out. I'm going to see if I want to attempt to do it or to do it and see if it takes 17 hours, which will basically take me a week to do it. Ain't like back in my day, 4 bolts, take a transmission out, drive shaft, cross member, 2 or 3 hours, you're done. Oh, those days are gone, other than you doing it in the cars or trucks. So I'm hoping it won't take 17 hours, and this will be the first time I've done a front wheel drive clutch replacement when I do it. And I will record it, but it's going to be a long process. So we'll pack a lunch, maybe a sleeping bag. Let's turn this thing back around. There goes my hand wanting to be the star again. It's almost there. Head back out, see what we got. Heater hose hot, not super hot, but hot. Upper radiator hose cold. Lower one a little warmer. This one, of course, is the warmest. The one going to the radiator is still ice cold. Oh, we know now antifreeze is holding steady. Now, I will tell you this, and be extremely careful. Everyone tells you, I'll tell you. Motor's hot, do not open this up, but if you crack it, now watch. Listen, if you hear it. Actually, this is getting warm now. You hear that? Shh. That's relieved the pressure. And look here. Some bubbles in there. That's from where the pressure was released. Okay, you do it this way. Of course, the thermostat's not open, and you're safe. Use your judgment. So far, so good. Back on. Back inside, see what we've got. Won't be much longer. We're 38 minutes into this. Now, without warming up and checking for leaks, and just do the job, got everything ready and jump on it and get it done, I'll guesstimate it 15 minutes. But going through all this process, which I'm glad to do it, show you all without missing any turns, kicking down the straightaway, and the process of step by step, it takes this long or longer, especially with any type of modifications. I've got videos from 15 minutes, I think, up to 3 hours. And now back to me. Okay, hope I'm going to get this right this time, or make it sound better. Okay, my channel, Maniacal S10 Chopping Garage on YouTube. Type in on Google at Maniacal, all small letters, space S10. Go to YouTube, it'll take you to YouTube, or go to YouTube and type in the same, or you can type in Maniacal, small letters, space S10, I'll pop up. Sometimes I talk faster than I can think at times. I apologize for that. But that's the correct way of getting to me. The other way you could do it, if it mixes up or doesn't get you there working at it, you will get it. 40 minutes into this. And she is now, what was that, left hand? She's about 3/4 open. Let's go check. Upper hose, I'm going to just go ahead and keep this out here now. Upper hose is not yet. Lower hose, warmer. Here, of course, is warmer. This is still ice cold. Upper hose still cold. Like I said, if you do decide to do the radiator cap while she's opened up, and we're going to do it here in a little bit, so as I start feeling she's going to be doing what she's supposed to do, we'll check how this is going. And this is getting warmer. And which is probably caused by the lower radiator, excuse me, not lower radiator hose, but the lower heater hose. Since it got heat in the car, this is warming up what's inside. Because this hasn't started flowing yet, but it's getting mighty close. Like I started to say, radiator cap, use your own judgment on this. You can get seriously burned and hurt by doing this. Crack it. I don't mean spin it off, just crack it, let the pressure bleed off, and if you're not too full, slowly open it, and you can use a rag on top. Now if it's boiling over and you stop because you're overheating, do not, I repeat, do not under any circumstances touch that radiator cap or overflow cap. Do not, exclamation point, do not touch. You're going to be hurt. Something like what I'm doing, crack it, bleed the pressure with a rag, back it on off, slowly. If you feel uncomfortable, tighten it back up or forget about it. I'm not responsible for someone getting hurt. This is the way I do it. If you don't follow instructions, you're going to damage your ain't or get hurt. Now we're getting warmer. But the top hose is not yet. And once again, if you're overheated, I wouldn't even raise up the hood. Call a tow service and get it to where you need to go with it and let them deal with it. I've done this phenomenon for 44 years. I've not been hurt or burned once yet. I don't plan to. I know what I'm doing. Because back in the day, you had a pressure lever right here. You go, psst, let all the pressure bleed off. You can take the cap right on off and not worry about it. But if you're overheated, like I said, call a tow service, call someone, take it to where it needs to be worked on. Do not do anything to it. You are only asking for a lot of trouble and a lot of pain. 44 minutes into this. Top hose, nothing yet. Now as cool as it is, but yes, as comfortable as it is at 55, thermostat may not open up. Something else I want to show you and bring to your attention. If your tip gauge is reading the 3/4 or the hot mark, I just stay in your car, call a tow service, call someone to get it towed where you need to go. If it's reading what it is now, you follow what I told you and how I do it, you'll be okay. But if you overexceed it, that's on you. Because there's guys on YouTube that show you how to do that, and they tell you the same thing I've told you. She's on the verge of opening all the way up. It's cool enough outside. It's going to take a bit more to do it, I believe. Ah, she's dropped down some. Still, the upper radiator hose is not warm yet. As you can see, the level has dropped. It's warmer. And nothing here yet on the outgoing hose. So now let's see what we've got. Like I said, take the rag, listen. Did you hear it? You don't see nothing oozing out. You see it oozing out, leave it alone. See? Now it has come up a little. I'm not going to add antifreeze or water. Prefer primarily water, but no, I'm not going to do that either. Probably end up taking the antifreeze back. See how safe and easy that was? She's dropped way down now. And actually, okay, I got this angled to where you can see, I can see what you can see versus up here you can't, down here we can. Upper hose, the thermostat is opening. That's the reason why we're seeing what we're seeing in the filter now. "47 minutes in, 48 minutes into this. Upper radiator hose, she's almost warm enough I can't hold on to it any longer. That's probably right at 220. A 220 will burn you badly. Give you another good example. Back in the day, in whatever modern kitchen utensil, a pressure cooker, you got that weight on top of it, it starts bobbing up and down, you're getting pressure and it's getting hot, boiling point. You don't touch it, do you? Shut it all off, let it cool down. If it's that hot, don't mess with it. Same with this. Because I'm not going to be responsible for you getting hurt or burned. Now let's go take a look. Okay. Now we're both seeing something different in events. Yeah, we see something gurgling in there. I think she's getting rid of the air. Oh, the radiator hose here going out. Nothing yet. Top radiator hose is to where I almost just can't keep holding it any longer. But nothing's boiling out. What you see on the cap, that bit of residue, is exactly what it is. That's where boiled over a while back. Getting rid of it was burping itself. You don't need to take the cap off, but it's burping itself. While it's still fairly cool and running, you can squeeze the top hose and you can help burp itself, and only at that point you can do it. I know we got heat, but we're going to go and try it anyway. Might as well make this for an hour. Oh yeah, let there be some toasty heat. Oh yeah. Great. Okay. Alright, back to me. Okay, that's all for this video. We've got the fine points of this and how to put in a antifreeze filter. I'm about the only one I know that does. I've seen a few of them on YouTube doing it. I just hadn't done mine yet, but I'm glad I did. No regrets doing it. And we'll be doing some others. Warm weather gets here, or we get a couple more warmer days to do this. And hopefully for tomorrow, I will show you the hopefully layout to what I'm going to do the oil pressure sending unit and gauge on this. So on that note, keep the wrenches turning, easy on the knuckles. Hope you enjoyed an informal video here, and you subscribe. Thanks to all my subscribers. I appreciate you all so much. And I will keep these videos coming as I can and or need to. And once again, at maniacal space s10. And you got me. So on that note, have a great one. Have a safe one. Until next time, well, peace out.